We are currently experiencing the YouTube prank renaissance. In 2017, YouTube creators and fans around the world thought pranks were dead after multiple creators faked their stunts and lost all trust with the viewer. But for the past 5 years, a handful of creators grinded, forming the new blueprint for what a successful prankster looks like in the post-fake prank era. Every day we are seeing a new prankster pop up on our YouTube feeds. Jadeon, Kanel Joseph, Loaf, just to name a few. Pranksters in 2022 have the most loyal, diehard, and active fan bases than any other type of creator. Every single video they drop, the viewership will be close to 100% of their subscriber count. Today we will be discussing, dissecting, and analyzing these pranksters. Where did they come from? Why are there so many similar channels? And how long will they last? To understand why these YouTubers are so popular, we have to quickly go over the origins of why people love watching pranksters. Tom Green is the godfather of YouTube pranks, which is funny because he did it 12 years before YouTube existed. In 1994, The Tom Green Show aired on Roger 22 cable access in Ottawa, Canada. It had the look and feel of a late-night talk show if it was filmed in a random warehouse with their dad's home video camera. He had a band on set, would speak with guests, and the live programming would be complemented with prank skits he filmed on the streets of Ottawa. People loved Tom. His manic personality is what made viewers come back for more. The show eventually got picked up by the Comedy Network in Canada, where he got a new stage, better cameras, and a higher overall production value. Still, over 50% of the episodes was Tom hitting the streets of Ottawa and messing with people. And looking at these skits in the mid-90s, they are almost identical to what YouTubers are doing 25 years later, just with a lower quality camera. In 1999, his show got picked up by MTV, which allowed his comedy to inspire people all over the world. It was an instant hit, and MTV knew the world was hungry for more pranks. Jackass was born. Jackass had the same appeal as The Tom Green Show, with the addition of over-the-top stunts and the removal of boring introductions or talking segments. It was basically just a compilation of shock value stunts and pranks back to back. No fluff, no breaks, not too much personality, all action. Most YouTube pranksters could be compared to the likes of Tom Green or Jackass. From here you had the introduction of Viva La Bam, which was basically like a daily vlog as a day in the life of Bam Margera while he pranks his family and friends and of course does rad stunts. You also had the Jamie Kennedy experiment, which was more scripted, planned out, and focused on pranking people with a hidden camera. Then came Andy Milonakis, who hit the streets of New York City doing some of the most bizarre but hilarious pranks. He resonated with a lot of kids because while being in his late 20s, he had a hormone deficiency that made him look like a teenager. Plus him acting very childish and juvenile made his pranks even more believable.
Whoopi, I love you! My little Whoopi's here!
In 2006, YouTube was acquired by Google and started gaining a lot more popularity. By 2008, you had Remy Gaillard gaining millions of views from his creative and outlandish pranks. Some of the most iconic being his kangaroo prank, where he hops around and wreaks havoc on innocent bystanders, or dressing up as Pac-Man and chasing ghosts through a supermarket. Then came Ed Bassmaster, who created these elaborate characters with different personalities, and would see how people would react to those different personalities. Then from 2011 to 2016, we saw the rise and fall of the biggest, most notorious prank era in YouTube history. Vitali, FouseyTube, Loft, Roman Atwood, Magic of Rahat, Joey Salads, Kobe Person, Prank Invasion, Big Doss TV, Nelk. I could keep going, but there are way too many to name. These guys were gaining tens of millions of views, from the most simple ideas like Loft's holding people's hand, or more elaborate ones like FouseyTube's escaped prisoner prank. Simple things like messing with people in drive-thrus, elevators, or on college campuses became bingeable viral content in which creators were making a fortune from. For a short period, these pranks were genuinely harmless and pretty funny, but it quickly went from genuine comedy to clickbaity sensationalism. You might remember the term social experiment. Pranks and social experiments became synonymous, but they were not the same. Pranks were goofy situations intended to get laughs, and social experiments kinda did that, but more so tried to challenge the morality of the situation, like stealing money from the homeless, domestic abuse in public, child abductions. These videos were set up to challenge the viewer. What would you do? How would you react? There were also in the hood videos, which were almost always intended to make minorities in low-income neighborhoods look like violent and treacherous people. At one point, it just got straight up stupid and insanely unrealistic. Kissing pranks. I'm sure this was a middle school classic for a lot of you watching, where the prank was to ask someone for a kiss. For some reason, millions of people were interested in watching a video where Prank Invasion just casually finds a girl on the street in her bra and underwear and challenges her to a quick game for a quick kiss. Eventually, commentary YouTubers like H3H3 had enough and started calling these people out on their bullshit, which would lead them to getting exposed for faking their social experiments. The genre got rinsed of any sort of legitimacy, and the top creators cashed out big time. Not all pranks were fake, and it really was only a few who got exposed, but it ruined the trust between the viewer and the creator. It got to the point around 2016 where viewers just assumed the pranks were fake before they even watched it. Even if you were a genuine prankster who never faked anything, your reputation got ruined by others. This led to way less views and less interest in the genre of pranks overall. There were many channels like Big Doss TV and That Was Epic who maintained a loyal fan base during the lull. However, there were 3 channels that survived the death of pranks and I believe changed the standard for YouTube. They thrived while all the others died off, starting with Nelk. The channel was founded by Kyle Forgard and Jesse Sebastiani. They had a totally different approach to pranks. They had way more personality, they were way more ballsy, and treated their pranks like more of a comedy skit rather than shock factor sensationalism. Some of their pranks from 2013, 2014, and 2015 influenced the biggest creators today. I tried to categorize their pranks and video styles in 3 different ways. We have ballsy, ironic, and juvenile. Ballsy pranks take a lot of guts or confidence. Ironic pranks typically lead to an opposite expected outcome. And juvenile pranks just typically rely on juvenile humor or childish or immature humor. In the ballsy category, we have their fake employee pranks, which was their bread and butter. In 2013, they started with McDonald's. From there, name any store. They pretended to work there. Now, the idea doesn't seem that revolutionary. Previously, pranks were mostly focused on the reaction of other people. And while that is always important, Nelk's pranks were more focused on how funny they can be. Viewers paid more attention to Kyle and Jesse than the person they were pranking. Again, it was almost like a stand-up bit. The fake employee pranks and the fake job interview pranks have become staples for YouTubers today. Just about everyone has tried their hand at this stunt. In the ironic category, we have the Coke prank, where they get pulled over by the cops and they tell them that they have a bunch of Coke on them, but it's Coca-Cola. The beautiful irony of Nelk's title, thumbnails, and execution paved the way for the king of ironic pranks, and the second most influential channel during the prank void, Ross Creations. In 2018, Ross ramped up his output and pushed a new style of prank that was heavily based on irony. Peer pressuring people on a pier, telling people to do what they are already doing, holding the door slightly open for people, locking my keys in my open convertible. Ironic pranks became revolutionary because they were almost too stupid to be a real video. Then when the viewer clicks, they are pleasantly surprised. Nobody gets hurt, it's not fabricated because it's too stupid to fake, and these situations are so unrealistic, it's hilarious to watch normal people's reactions. But they would be nothing without a great host, so the personality of the creator is essential to the quality of the stunt. It's almost like the fake pranksters did so much damage that the new ones had to do the most simple ideas just to gain trust with the viewer again. Some more examples of ironic pranks that were done many years later: taking a human to the animal shelter, promoting underage drinking, calling tow trucks for toy cars, selling donuts in front of Dunkin' Donuts, baseball at Topgolf, asking barbers to shave my pubes, which is a good segue into the third category, that they all love a juvenile undertone. Who doesn't love a good dick joke or a fart joke? No matter how old we get, there's still a bit of immaturity that resonates with us forever. Nelk. Buying extra small condoms, giving random guys extra small condoms, where's the bathroom at to beat my meat, hiding disturbing things at garage sales, fart spray and a candle.
Who saw
You gotta
us?
wait your turn. Hold up.
Wait.
This is intense match.
You trying to play?
No, I'm saying
Hold
that
on.
you guys gotta turn it down.
It's intense.
Okay, hold on, wait.
As Nelk got more fame, they traveled the country, partied with college kids, then woke up after a bender, hung over the next morning, drove to a local department store and started messing with employees and customers. Nelk grew to unimaginable heights and started to disregard pranks and become more of a lifestyle brand. Hanging with celebrities, driving nice cars, and flexing their money, they became less relatable as they grew in fame. However, the creator that laid the blueprint, the formula of how to be a popular prankster in the modern YouTube era, is Danny Duncan. Danny hit the platform in 2015 as a way to express his love for skateboarding, comedic skits, and just living a carefree lifestyle in general. His channel didn't have much of a direction in the beginning, but he took to pranks, mostly on college campuses, because those would get the most views. I know we said pranks were dead, but there were still a lot of viewers who were looking to reminisce on the old days before they got totally ruined. But when people came across Danny, they realized he was genuine. He wasn't trying to look cool or have any type of image. He seemed like he could care less, but in a free-spirited kind of way. When he wasn't doing pranks, he was just literally doing whatever he wanted, making content that nobody else was making, like turning his mom's mailbox into a penis. Then when he got onto the local news, he wore a suit and told them his name was Gary Winthorpe. His Fuck Around Friday series became a cult classic where he kinda just lived the life of a typical suburban American teenager, but he was 24 and making money doing it. Danny checked all the boxes. He was funny, good at skateboarding, and really every other sport he played. He had no fear, and he could get girls. He became an idol for teenage boys around the country. Organized pranks became less appealing for him and his audience, and he really just became a vlogger. He could put any random title or thumbnail, and his audience would click because they knew each vlog was an adventure. There were endless possibilities of fun and positivity whenever he uploaded. Danny Duncan also openly admits to being inspired by CKY, Jackass, and Bam Margera, which makes a lot of sense because his videos today are structured very similarly to an episode of Viva La Bam. So if you take the prank style of Nelk and Ross Creations, combine it with the Danny Duncan vlog format, and you have what they are calling the mic'd up cult. They call them the mic'd up cult because they have like the lavalier mic taped to their chest. Half of them actually put the prank in the title. The other half will have a vague general vlog title. I also noticed that literally every single one of these pranksters has used the "tried to fight me" title. Seems like a good go-to for them. No matter what video you click on, you can almost guarantee the creator will be pranking someone at some point. Their videos will usually begin with a vlog segment no matter what, maybe letting the viewers inside of their life, what's going on, how they're feeling. Then within the first few minutes they say what the agenda is for the video. This structure was very much pioneered by Ross, Nelk, and Danny. It's during the beginning of the videos where the relationship between the viewer and the creator is built. They all maintain relatability to their audience, dressing very basic, not living a very flashy and over-the-top lifestyle like Nelk. They kind of have to maintain their relatability, otherwise the pranks just wouldn't work. Plus it benefits them greatly if their audience feels connected to them. They all have go-to bits, messing with people in Walmart, annoying people in the mall, pissing off security, driving golf carts recklessly. They usually share similar values of prioritizing fun in life, not drinking or doing drugs. Now, I'm not saying that they're copying Danny Duncan. He didn't invent being sober or having fun, but that was a huge part of Danny's brand, which he was very open and honest about since the beginning, and it made people like him a lot. The real game changer for Danny was the launch of his merchandise, Danny Duncan 69, which is his business name as well as his social media handles. Most of his early merch was just his name, or a picture of him, or an inside joke from a vlog like "Donde está la leche?" or "I think it's fine." It got to the point where his fans would start making requests based on what happened in the vlog. Make a shirt that says, "I'm an officer of the United States. There go the lentils. Put that on a shirt." Virginity Rocks started because he saw someone online wearing a t-shirt with the slogan. He thought it was funny, changed the font, and made his own t-shirt, not thinking it would become his next big business venture. October 15th, 2017, he launched the first official Virginity Rocks collection. This proved to be his biggest drop yet, because 15 days later, he posted this video called "My First $100,000 Paycheck."
Rich because of all you guys out there who support me, watch me, buy the merch, and just make it so that I'm able to do whatever I want, and I don't have to worry about censoring myself and like being brand friendly, or I can be exactly what I want to be.
People knew he was successful, but this was a different level. From here, Virginity Rocks would be added to almost every Zoomies store in America. He now has a warehouse, multiple full-time employees, and in 2021 posted a $1 million check for 1 month of sales. But once he started getting big money, he didn't switch up. He just kept investing in his content and making it better and better, maintaining his relatable lifestyle and personality. Virginity Rocks became the blueprint for prank YouTubers merch. Witty one-liners printed in basic text on a shirt. Frick vape, mature people are weenies, professional raw dogger, homosexual, caution wet moms, all balls no brains, chase MILFs, MILF University, professional fun haver, ADHD AF, pig Venus, I love consensual sex, rubber up. All of these rely on the juvenile humor that their teenage audiences love. All of these pranksters have been accused of copying, but the prank format has been relatively similar since its inception. Whether they realize it or not, Danny Duncan and the Mic'd Up Cult have a similar format to Andy Milonakis, Tom Green, and Bam Margera. Maybe in a few years, the social experiment wave will come back. I didn't even mention top-notch idiots who are gaining millions of views off of what seemingly looks like fake 2014 style pranks. But there will always be millions of people who want to watch this, simply because it's perfect escapism. You can turn your brain off after a long day and have a laugh, or you can become invested in the creator and develop a friendship. Plus, the barrier to entry is relatively low, so there will always be new creators trying their hand at it. Maybe you think this is all just copycat nonsense. These creators are all the same, their humor is the same. They claim to all be different and going against societal standards, but being a mic'd up YouTuber is what 80% of children see as a dream job. But maybe the reason why pranksters don't evolve is because evolution isn't that necessary. After all, if it ain't broke, why try and fix it?